Hey, it's Wednesday stuff, and it's going to be a little different and a little bit quicker this week. Every job kind of has that week or two during the year where it's just more is expected of you. This is one of those weeks at my job, so that's dominating me. Plus the fact that went on vacation, and then the movie people decide to dump all these movies at the end of the summer. 12 movies in 3 weeks that have been released at our local theater here, and so I'm trying to keep up. I think I reviewed 6 last week. I'm going to try to do the other 6 this week. Anyways, I'm getting ready to walk into, I don't know, I think Paranoia. Yay, root me on. I'm getting ready to walk into that now. Before I did, I want to try to get a quick Wednesday stuff video up, and I'm going to do this where I just directly upload it to YouTube. So no cool graphics over here, nothing to click on, although I think either down here or down here, it's hard to do when it's backwards, I don't know. One of those corners, there is a little icon that you can click if you want to subscribe to the channel. And you can do it that way, and I would appreciate that if you wouldn't mind subscribing. But did want to do all the inside news, outside news, stuff from yous, and all the reviews from yourmoviefriend.com just a little bit quicker and a little bit more raw. No edits, no cuts, just upload it straight to YouTube the way it is. So let's start with the inside news. I meant to mention this on yesterday's episode of Breaking Down Bad. That next week, again, because of this crazy week I'm going through at work, the live show will be at a different time. Monday night, 7 p.m. Central is when the live show will be for the next episode of Breaking Bad. So Sunday night's the show. Monday night is Breaking Down Bad, a little bit quicker. And in the evening, so if you haven't been able to watch the live show because it happens during the afternoon, usually it's Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Central, this will be 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, so maybe, a chance to tune in live if you haven't been able to do that and, hang out on the comments and kind of participate. So that's where Jeremy and I break down the latest episode of Breaking Bad. We're having a blast doing that. If nobody ever watched it, we would still do it because that show is so fun to talk about with other friends who love the show. So you can check that out Monday night at 7 this next week. That was the inside news. Outside news, I saw an interesting article that I think I'm probably one of the only people that'll find this as big of a deal. I think this is going to be huge. Bradley Cooper is being rumored to star in a Lance Armstrong biopic, as well as produce it, and I think that is a fabulous idea. He kind of looks like him a little bit. It's a story that seems really interesting to me. The character of Lance Armstrong is a really engaging, compelling personality. I'm really curious to see what happens with that. So I wanted to mention that, and maybe you can maybe I can put a link or something in the comments, or not in the comments, but in the description when I finally get to a place where I can put a description for this up on YouTube. But anyways, it was an interesting just little snippet in something that I'm looking forward to, so it kind of caught my eye. It's not Star Wars 7 news or anything, but it was something that I thought was interesting. Stuff from yous. Speaking of Breaking Bad and Breaking Down Bad, we meant to talk about this week. Superhero Enthusiast left a comment on one of the Breaking Down Bads asking about how we think the Breaking Bad finale could live up to the Sopranos finale, which I believe he and many others consider to be one of the most amazing finales of all time. Here's where I get to lose a lot of credibility. It's on my list of shame. Sopranos, I haven't watched it. And every year I put it on my catch-up list, and it never gets enough votes for me to catch up on it. So I just haven't gotten around to it. I retired it last year after being off the air for 5 years, I think is kind of how I limit things. So will I ever get around to watching Sopranos? I don't know that I will. I obviously know of the controversy that surrounded the finale, and that David Chase did a pretty amazing thing, and a really gutsy thing with the finale, with the blackout. But I don't know that I could really compare how it's going to be. The comparison I always go to is Lost. Is it going to be able to live up to its own momentum in a way that Lost couldn't with a lot of the fans, although I did enjoy that finale of Lost more than most. So to answer your question, Superhero Enthusiast, I don't know. I didn't see it, and so it's hard for me to make the comparison, other than to say, based on my assumptions about what I heard about the finale, I think we could be in for a similar reaction, although I get the feeling Vince Gilligan is telling a much straighter, run-of-the-mill story than we'd expect. That, through all the twists and turns of this plot and Walter White, I just get the sense he is telling a pretty straight-line story in the end. So it'll be interesting to see how it all wraps up here in, 6 more weeks, or whatever the case it's going to be. Okay, back to seeing movies and trying to catch up. As far as the reviews that are on the site, like I said, 6 of them this last week. I'm not going to take time to mention them all. Again, click on the channel, look for the recent videos. I'm sure there's reviews of all the stuff, just the 6 movies that came out the latest, and then this week will be more of the movies that are coming out, like Paranoia that I'm going to see, and The Mortal Instruments City of Bones, which I will see as well, and then World's End, which I'm actually really excited about. I will get a review on that up, as well as whatever the other 3 are. Okay, Hollywood, enough. I've had enough. Thanks for tuning in to this very raw edition of Wednesday Stuff. I will catch you next week.